Today we are watching Brian Johnson's 2025 Longevity Protocol.
3 years ago, I asked the most unthinkable and crazy question possible. Are we the first generation that won't die? To explore this question, I hired a team of 30 medical professionals. We measured the biological age of every one of my organs, and then we applied the very best science ever done on health span and lifespan. It's worked. I now have the best biomarkers of anybody in the world. I am the healthiest person on planet Earth. And while the protocol is always changing, this is what I'm doing now. Every day begins for me not when I wake up, but when I go to bed, as sleep is my number one life priority. I'm asleep by 8:30 p.m.
My life priority number one is sleep. I mean, talk about being obsessed.
I naturally wake around 5 a.m., never using an alarm. The very first thing I do when I wake up is I get 10,000 lux light into my eyes for 3 to 4 minutes. As I'm sitting there, I'll take my inner ear temperature, as my body temperature has dropped 5 degrees Fahrenheit over the past few years.
Why are you waking up before there's any light in the sky? Why are you going to bed so early? Why is your body temperature so low? Yeah, I don't think that's a sign of health.
Metabolic efficiencies. Then I'll do a body composition measurement, looking at fat, muscle, hydration, weight, arterial stiffness using a smart scale. I'll then apply a hair serum, massage my scalp for 1 to 2 minutes, and wear a red light hair cap for 6 minutes.
There is a red light in the sky every single day. You don't need to wear a cap indoors.
A breathing exercise or meditation for 5 minutes to get my mind and body set for the day. Then I'll consume an 8-ounce drink consisting of
Why do you need to close your eyes to meditate? All animals meditate throughout the day. It's called contemplation.
longevity mix, collagen peptides.
So I'm selling it in my website. That's why I'm plugging it.
Creatine, and some prebiotics. Next, I'll work out for...
Why the hell do you consume collagen and creatine since they already are present in animal foods? You can just consume them straight away. Why are you consuming powders?
60 to 90 minutes. I will focus on strength, cardio, flexibility, and balance.
Wait. It was called Longevity Protocol. You are doing exercise. Exercise stretches your body, ages you further. If you want to age less, you need to use your body less. You need to rest as much as possible. You basically need to use your body as minimally. I don't get it.
While working out, I'll rotate listening to music, books, podcasts. On the weekends, I'll play pickleball, ride a bike, climb, hang out with friends. Next, for breakfast, I will have Blueprint Longevity Protein and Berry Nut Mix.
Also on sale on my website.
Collagen peptides.
Berry Nut Mix. Why are you having nuts? Since they are seeds and thus the most poisonous raw whole food on the planet for humans. Why are you having fruit oil? Squeezed fruit oil? I don't know what's wrong with you, man. You say longevity. I see quicker age.
Virgin olive oil and 100% pure cacao with a few dozen.
Cocoa as caffeine. Wouldn't adrenalizing your body further age you?
Pills. After breakfast, I will
Few
squeeze
dozen
in
pills.
a few additional therapies daily.
Wow! This is the future of mankind! Isn't this the guy who said He wants the people of the next century to look back and think, this guy knew it, this guy was a pioneer. So there you have it, guys. This is pioneering in front of you. This is the future. When Steve Jobs took out a laptop from inside an office envelope, it was the future for he set the stage for the next 10 years. This guy is setting the stage for the next millennia, man. This is the future. This is what it is all about. We are no longer supposed to go back to nature and to accept humbly our upbringings, our origin. We are supposed to deny that completely, pull the finger on God, and basically say, I'm in charge from now on. What the hell?
Do red and near infrared light therapy 6 minutes a day. Currently, I have
Infrared is also present from the light you have in the sky for free.
2 additional therapies. One is hyperbaric oxygen therapy, and second is focused shockwave therapy, which I'm doing for my entire body, first in world. Next, I will jump into the shower, wash my face, apply moisturizer.
Wild animals don't take showers. Why are you domesticating yourself even further? You consume pills instead of food. You are constantly putting stuff in your body, whether it's creams or whatever shocks and exercise. You're constantly stressing your body. I mean, how worse can this get?
And vitamin C, and then 2 to 3 times a week I will exfoliate with a Japanese
Food already has vitamin C. Why do you put it further?
washcloth. At this point in the morning, I'm feeling pretty good. I've had a fantastic night's sleep. I've fully exercised. I've had a nutritious breakfast. I'm now.
What is nutritious about what I'm seeing in front of me? I see seeds. I mean, some birds have some ability to consume them. I see some berries. Very little nutrition there, mostly just sugar. I see some whatever powder. I mean, this looks to me more like bird food than anything else. You do realize that your biology, your gastrointestinal system is not the one of a bird, don't you? And the only reason you say you feel good is because you were distracted enough from all this activity that you already had throughout the whole morning instead of resting, that which would be what would give you longevity. You are constantly distracting yourself from how you truly feel. Your baseline can't be good.
To step outside and do a 10-minute walk in the sun. It feels fantastic on my skin. Now I'm mindful of the time I'm out when the UV index is low.
Because if it's 11 minutes, I just gonna burn.
Where I still get the stimulation and benefits of the sun, but without the damage. After this,
did you know that there is this built-in system called our senses that tells us, and intuition, instinct, that tells us when you feel like being in the sun more, when you feel like going shading, when you feel like eating, when you feel like resting, when you feel like sleeping. I mean, you don't need no alarm, no clock, no nothing to know when to eat, when to rest. You just do what you feel like doing. It's built in. Go watch cows. They do very well in the wild, following their instinct. Why don't you do so? You think God isn't right. You think creation isn't right. Okay. I mean, arrogance is certainly one of the many possibilities of way of life.
My work day begins, and it's my favorite part of the entire day because my morning hours are my best hours. I'm open-minded, I'm creative.
Why wouldn't the rest of your day be as great? I don't get it.
I'm fast, and so I prioritize the hardest tasks in this window of time. Now in my office, my desk and chair.
I'm curious, why do you keep a tattoo in your immune system? I mean, you do know that your body is constantly trying to clean it up.
are situated so that I can rotate between sitting and standing, always maintaining proper posture. I find this to be useful because moving about increases.
Who told you that that is proper posture? I don't know about that. Your tummy seems way too forward. I mean, I could be wrong. This angle cannot tell. And why do you need to constantly get up and sit and get up and sit? Just rest. Just sit. Just lie down. Don't you want to live forever or as much as
Blood
possible?
flow, which increases my alertness. After the first few hours of the
You don't want more blood flow. You want your blood to flow as slowly as possible. You want your heart to be beating as slow as possible. That's why you don't want to exercise. It's as if for every beat, it's a second that passes. If you reduce your heartbeat, you reduce basically your relative timing. So you basically are living more time in the same amount of time. But if you go exercise and you bump up your heart, then you basically are doing the opposite of what you want to achieve.
day of hard focus, I will have my next meal of the day, typically something like super
Oh
veggie, which is a
my
mixture
god.
of lentils, broccoli,
Ah, yeah, 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 yeah. I wish he would tell us that this was a longevity protocol for rabbits, for example. Maybe it would work to increase the longevity of rabbits. I mean, what the hell?
cauliflower, mushrooms, hemp seeds, garlic, and ginger. Immediately following eating super veggie, I will jump back into focused work. Every 30 minutes, I'll do roughly 5 minutes of light activities, such as walking or bodyweight exercises, stretching. I
Just
find that it makes me more
relax,
flexible of
man.
mind and of body. An hour and a half or 2 hours later, I will have my final meal of the day, which will be some combination of veggies, nuts, seeds, and berries. For example, I'm
So you basically eat the most poisonous foods on the planet and you want to increase your longevity? So since we aren't herbivores, nor hindgut, nor foregut fermenters, we can only be carnivores. And since we do have some ability to consume fruits and berries, it makes us facultative carnivores. Since for us to be obligate carnivores, we would have to basically not tolerate that little amount of fiber, which we actually do. Even to consume some occasional tubers, we do have some adaptation to. But let's be honest, we don't have a cecum, we have an appendix, which is a vestigial cecum. Our ability to ferment fiber is very reduced, which makes us optimally functioning by consuming animal products. Animal foods include meat, fish, as in animal tissue, animal juices, if you know what I mean. They are red, but they are not that. And animal byproducts, eggs, raw dairy, and yeah, that's what provides us with the least amount of digestion if you consume them raw from either ruminants or wild fed animals, and thus age the least because there is the minimal amount of digestion. You want to give the minimal amount of work for your body. Thus, if you go eat fruits, it's still because it has the fiber, it still gives some more work to your body. It's not ideal. I mean, if you want longevity, you would never consume fruits, nor honey, and possibly not even dairy. Um, but I mean, for sure, you wouldn't consume any plants, any fungi, and for sure, zero, absolutely zero seeds. I mean, what the hell, man? Have your scientists and doctors not told you about phytates, oxalates, lectins, FODMAPs. Have they basically not told you about the fact that you are missing from your actual whole foods more than 15 micronutrients? Where is the carnitine, the carnosine, the creatine, the taurine, the CoQ10? Like, where are those? In the pills that you take? And then does that still make you a vegan? Which I think it used to be your label, if it isn't still. I mean, if you're consuming amino acids and vitamins that are only found in the animal kingdom, how can you say you're vegan, even though you might synthesize them from cola or whatever? Whatever, man.
Have a stuffed sweet potato with avocado, tomatoes,
Wow.
chickpeas with a tablespoon of extra virgin.
I mean, I do give it to you because the tomatoes are from the nightshade family and they do have nicotine as much as tobacco. And nicotine has been shown from plenty of testimonies that we can see online, examples of centenarians plus, people on their 115, something like that, smoking till the end of their life. And it's not the smoke, of course, but it's apparently the niacin, the nicotinic acid. But I mean, it doesn't give you health, it just feeds some of your gut biome so that it makes sure your body continues to live, because they also want to continue to live. So it gives you longevity, as in you live more years, but it doesn't mean they are better years. But if your goal is just numbers, sure, it is intelligent to probably to consume nicotinic acid.
Olive oil. My
Then again, chickpeas, they are a seed. What the hell are you doing? More oil from a fruit.
caloric intake is 2,250 calories.
Who cares about your caloric intake? And it's probably way too high because you exercise. Then again, you want to exercise less so that you eat less. You want to go for like 1800 a day if you want to age less, and you would go for only animal foods, probably just organs and blood maybe, and even the organs you should probably make a smoothie out of them, so that you even aid and facilitate the digestion even more, and all raw, of course. I mean, what the hell are you doing? You're doing the opposite of what is your goal. I don't get it.
Which is made up of 25% protein, 35% carbs, and 40% fat. Note that I am plant-based by choice, excluding the collagen peptides. After my final meal of the day, I will get back into work, and as I did before, every 30 minutes or so, I will do.
Look, guys, this is the healthiest human on the planet.
5 minutes of light activity, which helps with blood flow, awaken my mind.
And I was right. What the hell is this? You have a C curve on your back. This is not good. Okay, you're doing an exercise, but it should be flat and then like that.
Or so, I will do 5 minutes of light activity, which helps with blood flow, awaken my mind, and keep my body loose and flexible.
Look at this. Is this a picture of health? Instinctively, I'm not saying what you have been told or what you have convinced yourself. Is this what your instincts, your senses tell you is health? Are you looking at the healthiest human on earth? The healthiest human on earth will always be a kid from incredible genetics. So it would never be able to be someone from this age. And if he actually ate naturally, as in raw whole foods only, that our human body tells us that it craves, he would look much better even at 45 or whatever.
With blood flow, awaken my mind, and keep my body loose and flexible. The liquid I drink throughout the day is mineralized, either via tea or electrolytes. I will
Tea. Why are you consuming so much caffeine? The cacao, the tea, what the hell? You might as well just get a coffee. And I saw some forums online that they say the amount of caffeine he gets a day is the equivalent of like two espresso or something like that. I'm not sure if this information is right. Then again, the tattoo, why the hell do you keep it?
stop drinking liquids around 4 p.m. to
Oh, because it needs to be within the range of the hours. I don't trust my senses because then again, creation is not right. I just like to follow these man made obsessions, these man made protocols. Instinct is not, doesn't ring a bell for me. Yeah, I prefer to just be obsessive, restrict myself on a daily, live secluded, eating the same boring foods every single day. I mean, they wouldn't be boring if you were a rabbit, but whatever. It's the only liberty, the only freedom we have is to do whatever we want to do with our lives. The only kind of cringy part about this is that he calls this longevity protocol and he calls himself the healthiest human on earth. You are not the healthiest human, nor you will ever be if you continue to do this. You will only further lose health. The only thing you can say, and wow, we have to give it to you somehow in this stupid society, NPC society, is that you are possibly the human that most follows the crappy, deceitful guidelines for cholesterol, for vitamins, or whatever. You follow the blood panels exactly to what they say, which means you cannot be healthy. If you have as much cholesterol, which is so super low, as they tell you, it means you cannot be healthy. If you follow all the other guidelines, you cannot be healthy. If your doctor is telling you that everything is incredible, it means that everything is just ape s. Like, forget about it.
avoid getting up at night to go to the bathroom.
And the fact that this guy just says that, I mean, I drink liquids up to basically 1 or 2 hours, sometimes closer to bed, and I don't need to get up in the middle of the night. And it's not like I consume a lot of sodium or salt or whatever to retain my fluids. It's not the case either. But whatever. I mean, you do you. Just it's just sad that people follow you so trustworthily, even though there is plenty proof that you are not healthy to the least. And the fact that you say that I need to work out every single day, and it's like a necessity. You feel so terrible in your own skin that only exercising, only stressing your body, only pain can relieve you from the baseline pain, which
The rest of
is
my day
crazy.
is filled with endless activities. What a lot of people don't
Then again, endless activities. Woohoo! So great for my longevity.
realize is I am currently the operating CEO of several endeavors, including Blueprint, Don't Die, my
By the way, this is his plasma, which he gave to his dad, and this is his son plasma or blood that he injected onto himself. Most of what this guy does is pretty dumb, but I give it to him. This was
longevity
probably
protocol
the most intelligent thing he ever did. I mean, if you can get some very young components from very young animals, it doesn't have to be human, and it should probably not be. Then you'll see some results. I already said in another video that Brian should be eating sucklings, like suckling pig, for example, which is very close to our biology. I mean, since primates is kind of weird, it's not very acceptable to consume primates in our society. So yeah, suckling pig every single day, raw, all the organs, blood, and probably that's it. and he would reach the gap. He would bridge the gap. He would look closer to his kid. Then again, how is this a picture of health? He has basically 5% fat. Your body is in a fight or flight mode because you are not supporting it.
It's a full-time job. I am a content creator and I am a father. My favorite part of what I do, no day is ever the same. Now, as the end of day arrives,
No day is ever the same. Your exercise routine is basically always the same. Your food is, from what I understood, and your pills, which is basically your diet, are always the same. And I mean, I also eat the same basically every single day, but it's foods that actually taste good, and I don't season them. Try eating your food raw with no seasonings. I mean, I'm surprised you're still alive on. It's because of the pills, of course, but on broccoli and beans or whatever.
I've been working non-stop the entire day. I need to wind down. This
Working non-stop and longevity are not friends.
process commences with me taking a 10-minute walk outside. I'll spend time with friends and family, and then I'll do something like read a book, meditate, do breath work, something to...
By the way, Brian, I don't know if he still does this, was injecting his face with fat because he was so lean and so bad looking. As you can see, for example, in here, he even called it Project Baby Face or whatever, so that he could look acceptable and he could sell his story, let's say.
And then I'll do something like read a book, meditate, do breath work, something to...
Breath work. I mean, don't you breathe throughout the day? Why the hell do you need breath work? Have you seen a cow or a gorilla or a lion or an elephant do breath work? Oh, let me just do 5 minutes of breath work. Now it's my time of the day to meditate. Now it's my time of the day to exercise. Now it's my time of the day to sleep. I'm speechless.
all my body down. I'll turn screens off. I'll try to stop
You should have calmed your body down all day if you want to live forever.
messaging or view social media. Nighttime mode is activated. Now, I know from achieving the best sleep score in human history, 8 months of perfect sleep, that the
Like, how can anyone know that this is any trustworthiness? Like, how? I mean, you could be sleeping worse than everybody. It's just an algorithm that somebody made up. Who knows if this algorithm is actually trustworthy? You test your age. You say you are your age of speed of aging is 0.69. How can I know if that test is trustworthy? Show us your telomere length. Test it right now and test it a month from now. Show us your true speed of aging. And then do what I say. I know you are not going to, but pay somebody to do what I say for a whole month, and then from then on record another month, because there's the keto adaptation and also the oxalate and anti-nutrient dumping and whatnot. But if you start in the beginning of the second month and end at the end, and see just a random guy that you can get around your age, he will for sure age less than you when you compare the telomere length decrease as compared to whatever you're doing that is costing you millions. And organs and fat and the blood from suckling pigs is pretty cheap. It will make 0 dents in your account. I mean, what you're doing is still making 0 dents, but I mean, you're selling a lie.
strongest predictor of my nighttime sleep quality is my resting heart rate. Everything I do is to lower the beats per minute of my heart. The lower I go, the better my sleep. At 8:30, my head will hit the pillow.
But your heart is not in a default lower. It is lower beating because you do so much exercise and it wants to compensate. It's the same as testosterone elevating after exercise because you depleted it during the workout. I mean, it's just a cope, and it's stressful for your body to compensate. It will always be.
And I will be asleep within 1 to 3 minutes. On any given night, I will average over 2 hours of REM, 2 hours of deep, and I will be up less than 30 minutes a night. These are the markers of exceptional sleep. And then my...
From which certain point, who told you? Like, how can you trust that? You're just trusting numbers and whatnot. Let me ask the cow that is on that field right there, how many hours of REM sleep she had last night. Because that will be a predictor of her longevity. What the hell?
Favorite part of the entire thing, I know I get to do the same thing tomorrow. Life is amazing.
And then a reminder to leave, because you need to remind yourself, like you need to remind yourself to go to split, to go eat, to whatever, because there is not a built-in mechanism. Yeah, when you get hungry, it's not like there is something called hunger. When you get thirsty, it's not like there is a that mechanism. You literally have to force your body to do stuff, because our bodies are not well designed. They need a bit of guidance, because if not, like, who would we be without Brian Johnson? Man, oh man, do whatever you want to do. I'm out of this game. And you guys, thanks for watching.